Hello, everyone. Welcome to our transfer admissions overview. On behalf of the UC San Diego Office of Undergraduate Admissions, I would like to thank you for taking the time to join us today and for your interest in UC San Diego. Today, we'll cover a variety of topics, including academics, the college system, UC San Diego student profile, transfer admissions requirements, and much more. At UC San Diego, we love talking about our location, which is in La Jolla, just 20 minutes rather, north of downtown San Diego. The city of San Diego's motto is America's finest city, which is an accurate description. San Diego is the second largest city in California and is well known for its fantastic weather. The average temperature is around 71 degrees, which, in my opinion, is the perfect temperature. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. Personally, having lived in several different places in the US, I can vouch for the fact that San Diego really does have the best weather. Campus itself is very well connected to the San Diego region. Bus transportation comes right to campus, and students have access to unlimited rides using the U Pass. The San Diego trolley line has two stations on campus, making it easy to access neighborhoods throughout the city, as well as the US-Mexico border. San Diego is also a great place for recreation. You can get to the beach, to the mountains, and the desert all in one day. One of my favorite places to hike in is Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve, which offers stunning views of the Pacific Ocean and is just a short drive from campus. We have a large campus minutes away from California, one of California's best beaches. Campus itself is about 1,200 acres. It's hard to visualize what that actually means. To put it in perspective, it's nearly 1.5 times the size of Central Park in New York City. As mentioned in the previous slide, we are very well connected to the rest of San Diego. As a result, students can take the trolley to most of the locations you see here, including Balboa Park in downtown San Diego. Two of my personal favorites are the San Diego Zoo, one of the very best of its kind in the world, and Belmont Park near Mission Beach. Also, thanks to our location right near the coast in La Jolla, activities like seal watching, surfing, hiking, and more are just a walk away. There is no shortage of things to do in the San Diego area, and our students take advantage of it. Switching gears a little bit, we're going to talk about academics. UC San Diego offers over 160 plus majors across 10 academic schools. We offer wonderful opportunities in all areas, including the arts and humanities. Not only do we have a top 10 engineering program with our Jacobs School of Engineering, but we also have a top 10 college drama program, according to the Hollywood Reporter. We are also home to the La Jolla Playhouse, a Tony Award-winning professional nonprofit theater. So while we're on the subject, please note that applicants to majors in the arts at UC San Diego are invited to submit an optional portfolio with their application. Now, I want to discuss next a very important topic, which is our selective majors. UC San Diego's selective majors are listed here. Admission to these more popular majors is more limited based on capacity. Students interested in these programs should select them as their first choice on the UC application because admission is the best time to enter these majors. For students who apply to a selective major, it's strongly recommended to select an alternate major on the application that is non-selective. If we are unable to admit students to their first choice major, but they meet minimum selection requirements, they may be considered for their alternate major. UC San Diego does not admit transfer applicants as undecided, so please make sure an alternate major is not selective. Please note that switching into a selective major when you are a student on campus is extremely difficult. So if you're admitted to an alternate major, please ensure that you're comfortable with pursuing that major prior to accepting your offer to UC San Diego. UC San Diego is a premier research university as part of the world-renowned University of California system and enjoys several top rankings, as you can see listed here. Attending a research university has a number of benefits, including access to state-of-the-art research facilities, access to world-class faculty, and the opportunity to engage in research at the undergraduate level. Student Students participate in a number of activities that round out their education, add to their experience, and enhance their resumes and ultimately their marketability. Opportunities to get involved in undergraduate research is available in all fields of study, not just STEM majors. It is not uncommon for undergraduates to present at national conferences and publish with faculty in academic journals, like our Saltman Quarterly in the School of Biological Sciences. Additionally, we have a tremendous amount of study abroad experiences. The study abroad office assists students in planning and financing their study abroad experiences, including things like our global seminars. These are 5 week study abroad opportunities offered over the summer, led by UC San Diego faculty, and they each tackle a unique topic of study. Past examples include studying volcanoes in the Swiss Alps or studying genetic and human diversity in Tokyo. That being said, I wanted to take some time to highlight our co-curricular record, which helps students highlight their experiences on their official transcripts. UC San Diego provides students with an official validated record that highlights their co-curricular experiences and the skills they develop from them. It is printed with the academic transcript and it highlights things like research experience, student engagement in campus life, community-based and global learning, professional and career development. This really sets our students apart when they're applying to graduate school or entering their chosen career. A new, a unique feature of UC San Diego is our college system. Upon admission, our students are placed into one of 8 unique colleges. These colleges help students thrive as they create an opportunity to make that big university experience more personal and approachable. The college system allows students to experience the best of both worlds. There are advantages that come with being at a top ranked research institution, while also being a part of a smaller community through their college affiliation. Students can study any UC San Diego major at any college. The major is exactly the same regardless of their college affiliation. Classes are taught throughout campus and include students from all of the colleges. Each of the colleges have their own educational philosophy or theme. Using this theme, each college has developed its own general education requirements. In other words, the courses that the students take outside their major will be different depending on their college affiliation. Additionally, each college has their own mixed-use residential area on campus that includes housing, restaurants, and retail space. They have their own academic advising and dean's office services. They have their own student government opportunities and student organizations. And they have their own traditions and special events. The analogy I like to use when describing the college system is that if you see San Diego as a city, each of the colleges is like a different neighborhood within that city. The neighborhoods are still all a part of the larger community, but they have their own distinct character and vibe. Students rank the colleges on the UC application for admission. However, we have a new ranking process that is slightly different from last year. This year, students have the choice to either rank 4 of the 8 colleges at the time of application, or they can choose to not rank the colleges at all. Either choice has no bearing on the admissions decision, but if you choose to rank your top 4 colleges, we will do our best to place you in one of those colleges when the assignments are made. Students who choose not to rank their colleges are simply assigned based on availability at random. In January, all applicants will be given a final opportunity to review their rankings, or if they did not rank at the time of application, they will have the opportunity to do so then. More information will be shared via email, so it's important for students to ensure they are checking their email throughout the entire process. This slide gives you a snapshot of campus, our undergraduate student profile. We have nearly 35,000 undergraduate students, and each year, about a third of those students are transfer students, primarily coming from California community colleges. 3/4 of all undergraduates are from California. However, our students also come from 45 different US states and over 100 countries and regions throughout the world. As you can see, Our students are graduating on time. For transfer students, it's a little over 2 years after they transfer to complete their degree. I'd also like to highlight that our 95% retention rate reflects how many students choose to return to UC San Diego after their first year. And that's a sign of a positive student experience. You can also see that we have a large alumni network, which is great for making connections. There are many in the San Diego area, but I've personally seen UC San Diego alumni stickers in Pennsylvania. So our alumni are really all over the place. We offer on-campus housing for first year and transfer students. Students who apply for housing by the deadline will have a 2-year housing guarantee. Campus offers dozens of great restaurants, markets, and food trucks with vegan, kosher, and halal offerings. Pretty much any type of food you're craving, we will have an option for you. Personally, I suggest trying the Old Bay wings at Dirty Birds in the Price Center. Also, if you love coffee, UC San Diego is the place for you. We have so many great coffee options. My personal favorite is Mandeville, which is my go-to place for coffee on campus. The campus features vibrant mixed-use communities, providing housing and dining options, as well as service and convenience retail space that really enhance that on-campus student experience. Marshall College just opened a market that uses Amazon's Just Walk Out technology. You scan your card, you shop, you walk out. It will charge you for anything you purchase without having to wait in line. It works perfectly. I've tried it and it worked perfectly. As for housing, transfer students will generally live in transfer-based communities like Pepper Canyon West or the Transfer Living Learning Community in Warren College. These communities are designed to enhance the transfer experience across campus. Really, nothing beats on-campus living. You're next door to everything and everyone. We also have 10 community centers that welcome and support all students. These community centers provide opportunities to build relationships by increasing awareness of social issues and encouraging dialogue. Most centers offer internships as well as places to study, take naps, print papers, eat, and hang out with friends. UC San Diego offers a vibrant student life with many ways to get involved and enrich your time here. There are over 650 student organizations on campus, and these organizations vary by interest, including academic related, extracurricular, sororities and fraternities, as well as intramural sports teams. An example I like to talk about is Triton Racing, an organization of students that designs and builds their own race cars and competes in regional races. Not only is building and racing race cars really cool in my opinion, but it's a real hands-on experience that allows students to apply what they've learned in the classroom. There are some specific organizations and resources related to the transfer student experience, such as the All Campus Transfer Association, the ACTA. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, there's community centers. Well, part of that is the Triton Transfer Hub. These organizations are key in helping our transfer students succeed. We have 23 Division I teams competing as part of the Big West Conference. In fact, our men's and women's basketball teams made it to the NCAA tournament this past year in their very first year of playoff eligibility, which is really impressive and sort of unheard of. So we're really proud of those teams. We have a great on-campus events, which include Meet the Beach, Sungam Music Festival, restaurant crawls, dinner and a movie, laser tag, trivia, and more. There are also student organizations that are offered at each of the different colleges. Being engaged in student activities supports students with timely degree completion, learning experiences, professional development, and community engagement. Okay, so now we're going to shift gears a little bit and talk about our transfer requirements. As with first-year applicants, it is important to stress that UC San Diego is a selective campus for admission. So students should be aiming to exceed these minimum requirements to become more competitive. We consider students in junior level standing, meaning you have to have a minimum of 60 UC transferable semester units. You must have a competitive GPA of 3.0 or above in those transferable courses and be in good academic standing. Transfer students must also complete something called the 7 course pattern, which consists of 2 English composition courses, 1 mathematical concepts course, and then 4 courses from at least 2 of the following 3 areas. Those areas are number 1, arts and humanities, number 2, physical and biological sciences, and number 3, social and behavioral sciences. Also important to note is that several of our popular majors require major preparation. And it's important for all students considering a transfer and planning their transfer coursework are aware that their major may require specific prerequisites in order to qualify for admission at that for that major. The majors that require major preparation are listed here on the screen. Applicants to these majors will be screened for the number of prep courses they completed, the grades earned in those courses, as well as the cumulative GPA. Applicants not meeting major prep screening may be considered for their alternate major if there's room in that major. And just as a reminder, transfer applicants are not admitted as undeclared. So, just to reiterate, it's important that major preparation requirements are completed along with the other transfer requirements if that major requires it. Now, all of these transfer requirements must be completed by the end of the spring term before the fall term starts. For example, students entering fall of 2026 must have all of these requirements met by spring of 2026, and summer coursework in 2026 will not apply. All right, here is a snapshot of our transfer admissions data from last year. So we received just almost about 23,000 applications, and about 55% of those were admitted. You can also see the middle 50% GPA range here below. These numbers, it's important to stress, only reflect the fall 2025 admit pool. It does change slightly from year to year. For our California community college students, we have a number of helpful tools and resources that you can use to plan your transfer. You can use assist.org to determine which courses are UC transferable and also to determine which of those courses will satisfy your major preparation requirements. You can also follow IGETC or CalGETC. IGETC stands for the Intersegmental General Education Transfer Curriculum, and this can be used to complete lower division general education requirements for 7 of the 8 colleges, with Revelle being the exception. While CalGETC or IGETC is not required for transfer admission, it is a great benefit to students once they're on campus. You can also create a TAP account, which is the Transfer Admission Planner, to plan and track your progress and receive campus updates about events and resources. Another resource not listed on the slide is California Virtual Campus. That can be reached at CVC, California Virtual Campus.edu. So cvc.edu. This is a great resource that gives you access to online California community college courses, and it can come in handy if your local community college does not have an articulated course for major preparation. Now, for the application, you use one UC application to apply to any or all of the 9 undergraduate campuses of the University of California system. Applications are already open, so many of you watching this may have already started your application. You can also submit your application. The submission period started on October 1st, and then you have until December 1st to submit your application. Word of advice, take your time. There's no benefit to submitting it early. However, at the same time, don't wait to the last minute either. We recommend that when you're applying that you consider more than one campus. So there's 9 undergraduate campuses. They each offer wonderful opportunities for students, and it's recommended you apply broadly, cast a wide net, don't put all your eggs in one basket. The application fee is about $80 per campus for domestic students and $95 per campus for international students. Fee waivers are available through the online application. If you qualify, it will waive the fee for up to 4 campuses. You are notified of our decision by the end of April, and then if you are admitted, the deadline to accept your offer is June 1st. Financing your education is an important consideration when in the college search process. The slide shows the estimated budget for the 2025-2026 academic year. The breakdown shows the differences depending on your living situation. Please note that there is a non-resident tuition amount added for students outside of California. That's about $37,602. The cost of attendance total minus gift aid, which consists of grants and scholarships, is the net cost to the individual student. Please note we have a tuition stability plan. It provides you and your family the comfort of knowing that your tuition rate will stay the same for up to 6 years, allowing you to plan financially without any surprises along the way. What's included in that is UC tuition, student services fees, and then it's also applicable to the non-resident supplemental tuition. What's not included is campus-based fees, which may vary from year to year. For more information, you can access that on our financial aid and scholarships website. Now, students are generally not paying that full amount. About 70% of our students are receiving some sort of financial support. We offer scholarships, grants, loans, and work study. They're all available to help students pay for their UC San Diego education. To apply for financial aid, you need to either complete the free application for federal student aid, which we call FAFSA, or the California DREAM Act. For the 2025-2026 academic year, the FAFSA is open and the priority deadline to submit is March 2nd. One of the programs we offer is the Blue and Gold opportunity, in which UC tuition will be covered by grants and scholarships. It's for students who are California residents and their total family income is below $80,000 a year. It requires that you be a California resident, that you complete your FAFSA and Cal Grant GPA verification form by March 2nd, and then be in your first 4 years of attendance at a UC, or, in case of transfers, their first 2 years. And you must meet campus basic requirements for U.S. grant aid. Scholarships, there are plenty available. The UC application is actually also a scholarship application. You can request to be considered for up to 16 specific scholarships on the UC application. There are also merit-based scholarships that you will automatically be considered for if you're admitted. We also encourage applicants to look outside of the university for private scholarships. Again, more information can be found on the UC San Diego's Financial Aid and Scholarships Office website, so be sure to check that out. We encourage you to stay connected to UC San Diego via social media. We have great Instagram pages, and our YouTube channel is filled with great informative content, including this video you are watching at the present. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You can see our phone number listed here. We are available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. to answer your questions. But probably the best option, if you need assistance or clarification regarding your personal circumstances, is our Contact Us form on the undergraduate website located under the Resources tab. Here, you can submit your inquiries directly or explore our FAQ section, which addresses many common questions and concerns. Well, that is a wrap for our session today. We hope you found this informative and helpful. We wish you all the best during your application process, and we hope to see many of you on campus this fall.